It's time to get a little wacky, time to get a little crazy in a game that already might be a little bit out of control. Ohio State Grambling on Saturday in Week 2 for the Buckeyes as they continue on as the number 1 team in the country. I'm Stefan. That's Steven, and that's Andrew. Listen, it's outrageous. I'm outrageously wrong right now. Go along with it, guys. Andrew, what is your outrageous prediction for Week 2?
Well, I'm Stefan, and my outrageous prediction is about a tight end again. If you watched last week, Gillis and I both wanted to talk tight ends when we did outrageous predictions. He went first. We didn't really plan it. So he went first. I had a pivot. I just said Jaden Fielding game-winning field goal. Wrong. You said 100 receiving yards for Max Clare. He ended up being the third tight end in terms of snap count. So
he dropped his first target as a Buckeye.
Yeah, so it didn't go well predicting tight ends. So I am going to predict a tight end catches a touchdown. Nate Roberts. We saw him get a snap at fullback. I think he's going to get some snaps at tight end in this game. And I think he's going to catch a touchdown. Will it be from Julian Sand? Will it be from Lincoln Keenals? Will it be from Tavian St. Clair? We'll see. Last year, Julian Sand threw one touchdown. It was to Bennett Christian, who was the third or maybe even the fourth tight end at that point of the season. I don't know. I can't remember that. That doesn't matter. Nate Roberts is the fifth tight end on the roster this year. But he got a very important – they trusted him in a very important snap against Texas. I mean, 4th and 1, like if Ohio State doesn't convert there, if he doesn't get a key block, the game looks a lot different, right? That's potentially a goal line stand for Texas, and we're talking about a whole different ball game. But he made a big play. It's clear that they trust him in big situations. He's one of the freshmen that they trust in big situations, and I think he's going to get a decent amount of playing time where guys like Max Clare, well, maybe Max Clare's an exception because he is new here, but I don't think you need to put a ton on Will Kazmarek, a guy who battled through injury last year, had played a ton of snaps for you in the playoff, played a ton of snaps for you week 1. Like, you could probably take it easy with Will Kazmarek, and I think that gives an opportunity for Nate Roberts to play some more snaps, make a catch or two, and get a touchdown. So Nate Roberts, true freshman, 5th tight end on Ohio State's roster, gets a touchdown against Grambling State.
Nate Roberts, when he's on the field, Ohio State scores a touchdown. That's factually true. That's 100% when he is on the field, they're going to score a touchdown. Right now, we'll see if they can keep that up in Week 2. Stefan, what do you want to see?
I'm going with another freshman, Bo Jackson, leading rusher on Saturday. I think what's going to happen is, I talked in one of our other videos about, kind of wanting to see Ohio State establish a run game this week. I've talked about it on the pod, and I think James Peoples and C.J. Donaldson are going to get a little bit of a mix in the first half. I think once you hit maybe even into the second quarter, but certainly in the second half, you're going to start to see Bo Jackson. And Bo Jackson's got some speed to him. Maybe not of old Bo Jackson, or his first name is actually Lamar, maybe not of Lamar Jackson, but I do think Bo Jackson has the ability to break one. I think he might have maybe the best breakaway speed of any of those three between Donaldson and Peoples. So I think Bo Jackson's going to lead this team in rushing because I think he's going to get a long touchdown run or a long run at some point during that game. So I think Bo Jackson's going to prove himself well. I liked him coming out of high school in terms of like what he did on the field. I think Ohio State feels really good about him. Every time we talked about him in spring and into the summer and into fall, you hear great things. So I think Bo Jackson's going to have a really nice game, and I think he is going to make it very interesting in that running back room to where you go, maybe it should be a 3-headed monster, not a 2-headed monster with Peoples and Donaldson. Maybe Bo Jackson finds his way into that mix, and the reason he does is because he's their leading rusher on Saturday.
Might also just lead him in carry, so it just tend itself to him being the leading rusher as well. You guys went with guys who I'm assuming these will be checked off in the second half, which means you guys still have to watch the football game in the second half. I don't.
I could just check the box score and see if Nate Roberts scored a touchdown.
Just look up real quick. Oh, look who's in the end zone. It's old Nate. Nate in the end zone over there. Julian Sand, 4 touchdown passes in the first half. All of them are at least 25 yards or more. So none of them are in the red zone. If you go watch our Game Time Decisions video tomorrow, you'll see why I'm predicting this. But you got to push it all over the place. And I don't that's not saying he won't have red zone touchdowns, but this just feels like a stat game for Julian Sand. And it also feels like a let's stretch his legs a little bit and see what he has out there. So maybe some of them are air yards where it's you threw the ball 35 yards down the field and somebody caught it in the end zone. Maybe somebody takes a screen pass that's behind the line of scrimmage and, well, look at that. They're 60 yards down the field for a touchdown. Or maybe it's a simple post route where you make one guy miss and now you're in the end zone. But 4 throws of at least 25 yards that are all finished in the end zone for Julian Sand. 4 touchdown passes of 25 yards or more. And the reason I picked 4 is because he threw 20 passes last week, and only 4 of them were longer than 9 yards. So we're going to go from that world to, oh, he's just pushing it down the field all game, right? And obviously we're sprinkling in other things, but 4 touchdowns of 25 yards at least for Julian Sand, plus a touchdown. Maybe one of them is, I don't know, maybe one of them is Nate Roberts, right? Maybe one's Nate Roberts. Maybe Bo Jackson gets involved in the passing game as well, and he takes a screen pass to the house. We'll see, though, but those are outrageous predictions. I'm actually Steven, that's actually Stefan, and that's actually Andrew, but I got a little outrageous there, so I mixed all of us up. 614-350-3315. I can never mess that number up because it's a 2-week free trial, and it's $3.99 after that. Ohio State Grambling in Ohio Stadium at 3:30 on Big Ten Network. We'll all be there. See you at the game on Saturday.